Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode number 17 of our AFC 26 career mode here with Werder Bremen, coming off the back of the last episode with that massive victory against Union Berlin, but obviously a draw against Stuttgart and the loss against Wolfsburg, and the end of the transfer window coming at the end of the last episode. And due to the end of the transfer window, we knew we had to look in-house now, so we went to the youth academy, and these were the players which we currently had going over from last season in the youth academy. We did decide to promote Gabriel Seidel to the first team, 60 rated, 16 years old, so a decent player for the future. Obviously not one who's going to get too much game time at the minute with Weiser in right back for us, but obviously we do need a replacement right back. We haven't got anyone else apart from Weiser in that right back position, so we'll get some game time in the cup competitions and maybe in the league every now and again. And obviously he came to us and said he was absolutely buzzing with that decision to promote him to the first team. And like in the last episode, we obviously did send the 2 youth scouts out, so hopefully we'll get a lot more in the youth academy and some more players coming through this Werder Bremen first team from the youth academy into the first team and being able to have a massive impact on us going forward. But we jump straight into the first game of the episode, and it's a big one. It is away from home against the current league leaders, Borussia Dortmund. Obviously still early doors in this league, but Borussia Dortmund have taken an early lead. They are currently in first place, and away from home at the Signal Iduna Park, we knew this one was going to be a difficult game, and it started off just that. Julian Brandt, just about 20 minutes into the game, picks up the ball, plays it into Nemetchup, who plays it into Sergei Guirassy, and Sergei Guirassy makes no mistake with that finish, smashes it into that top corner, past Cole Hein in our goal, and he gets his first goal of the game, his 4th goal of the season already in just 5 games. He scored a hat-trick against us in the second to last game last season, and we knew that he was going to be dangerous for us, but we took our chance straight away. We got a good chance there from Machina, but unfortunately blocked by the defender. And then on the break, it's Guirassy who finds Chukwuemeka in acres of space, running past the defence. The new boy Rosenfelder tries to get back, can't get there, but fortunately for us, Cole Hein was there, keeps Chukwuemeka's shot out and pushes it behind for a corner, which is going to come in from the Dortmund new boy who they've recently signed in Grimaldo, and it's that striker again, Sergei Guirassy, gets the header, but unfortunately for him goes over the top of the crossbar. But about 30 minutes into the game, we hit the crossbar ourselves, the ball in from a corner, and it's a man in form, Shuto Machino, who does hit the crossbar with that header. But it was Dortmund who came back, and just 5 minutes later they did manage to get their second goal of the game, and it's that man once again, Sergei Guirassy, who gets his second goal of the game, and Dortmund's second goal of the game, and his 5th of the season. And that threat from last season with Guirassy obviously spilling over into this season, we knew it was going to be a really difficult game, and it got absolutely no easier when Marco Friedel brought down Joe Bellingham, and was it Joe Bellingham? It might have been Adeyemi, brought the attacker down either way, just 3 minutes before the half-time break, and it does mean a penalty to Borussia Dortmund. And Friedel's actually given away a few penalties throughout this save since we joined Werder Bremen, and Guirassy had a chance to get a first half hat-trick, and as no surprise, Guirassy makes no mistake from the spot, sends Cole Hein the wrong way, and Sergei Guirassy gets his 3rd of the game to pick up the match ball just 42 minutes into this one. And this second half was going to be an uphill struggle just to mainly keep Dortmund out, and if they do manage to get one pretty much straight after the restart, and it is Joe Bellingham this time. First shot gets deflected off the defender, and he makes absolutely no mistake with the follow-up and does get his first goal of the game, his second goal of the season. And Dortmund do currently, just 47 minutes into this game, have a 4-0 lead. But we had our chances, really good chances. Jinmar plays it off to Stark, the midfielder, but a poor shot, a weak shot from him on his left foot, goes straight into the hands of Gregor Kobel. But then it was Dortmund's chance once again, and they were on top this whole game. Guirassy with another chance from point blank range, but Cole Hein, although he's conceded 4 goals, doesn't let his head drop and manages to keep that one out of the box. But unfortunately he couldn't keep all of them out, and Sergei Guirassy gets his 4th goal of this game, rifles that one past the goalkeeper, and it's his 7th goal of the season. 4 of those coming in this game, and Dortmund do have a massive 5-0 lead. But we kept carrying on going. Alvaro plays ball into Machino. Machino does manage to get a goal to pull one back and ruin Gregor Kobel's clean sheet in this game. But we knew at this stage, with just 20 minutes left, it was going to be nothing more than a consolation goal. So we decided to take Schmidt and Jinmar and Alvaro all off. We knew the game was going to be nowhere. Top comes on, and we do actually get a chance pretty much straight after that. Good shot from Starger, but unfortunately straight at the keeper and pushed that behind for a corner. And then towards the end of the game, it's Shuto Machino, plays the ball out a little bit wide for Bangula, has to cut back on into his right foot, plays into Machino, plays it back into one of the other substitutes, Kovic. Good shot from him, but once again straight at the goalkeeper and behind for a corner. So this game did end 5-1. Difficult one away from Dortmund, but one we knew that was probably going to happen. Maybe not that scoreline, but we knew we were going to lose that game. So we can scratch that one off and move on to the next one. And after rejecting that contract offer from the Mexico national team, we do go into the second game against Freiburg, and it is the new centre-back for us, Rosenfelder's first game against his former club at the Westerstadion, at the home stadium, and obviously he's getting interviewed due to it being his old club that he is playing. But he's been solid for us, to be fair. He's been an absolute rock at the back. We've conceded a fair amount of goals, but his height definitely is a massive point. He wins pretty much all of the headers he comes up against, and obviously his pace is a big thing as well. So once we can obviously improve the players around him, he should definitely be one. He's still only 23 years old, and he should definitely be one for the future. But unfortunately, that defence did get opened up early on, just 6 minutes in against his Freiburg team. Robert Wagner keeps the ball low, puts it through the legs of Kohlhein, and gives Freiburg a 1-0 lead early on. And then just a couple of minutes later, they did get a chance for a second, but Kohlhein, as he always does, stays strong, stands tall, and pushes that one behind for a corner kick. It's going to come on from Griffo. Linehardt looking to get the header. Fortunately for us, it hits the top of the crossbar and goes behind for a goal kick. But not too much action for the next sort of 20 minutes or so, but we did get a chance here, and we did start in this game. The new right back, Seidel, on that right back spot, links up well down that right hand side there, gets a crossing, but unfortunately we couldn't quite steer the header into the back of the net. And then we went into half time 1-0, but that soon became 2-0 in the second half. Freiburg getting another goal to give them that 2-goal lead in this one, and it was going to be a difficult game to come back from. We knew on paper, especially at home, we should have been getting something out of this game against Freiburg, but being 2-0 down with just half an hour left was always going to make it difficult. But we gave it our best shot. Schmidt gets the ball on that right hand side, keeps it low across a goalkeeper to score a goal for himself. His third of the season. He's in really good form. Obviously, we converted him from an attacking midfielder into that right wing position early on this season when we sold Gruhl, and he's repaid the faith with that, with his performances and with those 3 goals for us. Unfortunately, Freiburg couldn't get another goal for themselves there. Good save once again from Kohlheim. But just 10 minutes before the end, Freiburg did get another chance. Kohlheim once again makes a save, but it was Wagner who scored Freiburg's first goal, quickest to react, and he pushes the ball into the back of the net to give Freiburg a 3-1 lead. And with just 10 minutes left, getting us 2 goals, although possible, was always going to be difficult. And it's Robert Wagner's first game of the season, and he's got 2 goals in this one, so obviously he's going to be really happy. His teammates really happy for him, but obviously as a Werder Bremen fan, as a Werder Bremen manager, we weren't happy with that one, and luckily 3 didn't become 4. Kohlheim once again sticks a glove out and pushes that one behind for a corner. Then it was time for changes once again. Kovic and Kebel both coming on. Kebel with his first appearance of the season on that left hand side for Bangula. Kovic coming on in that centre mid spot actually for Leinen, who was making one of his first appearances of the season, and we did manage to claw another one back, and it's Schmidt's second goal of the game from that right hand side. Pushes that ball in. It's a bit of a shame, bit of a disappointing one. He didn't go and grab the ball to try and get a third, get the equaliser. He did go and celebrate instead, but that was pretty much the last kick of the game. So a 3-2 loss there against Freiburg, a disappointing one, but once again we'll have to move on from it. Then after that we got a message, we had a job opportunity and some interest from Real Betis, but at this stage we're not looking to leave Werder Bremen. We've said before, if the opportunity is right, if we feel the timing's right, then we possibly will move on for the best of our career. But at the minute, starting a new season, trying to get momentum, trying to get some stability in this team, we wanted to stay at Werder Bremen, so we didn't take that interest any further. And then we did go on to the third and final game of the episode, and it is away from home once again at the Prezero Arena against Hoffenheim, who we did play in the last game of last season. And again, we made some changes. Fingraf coming back onto that left back position, and it was us who got the first chance of the game, and it's Jinmar. Schmidt, good play down that right hand side, keeps the ball on the pitch without it going out for a goal kick, plays it into Jinmar, and Jinmar just whips his right foot around it and does manage to get a goal for himself. 4th goal of the season for him, and that 4th of the season soon became 5 with another finish from him from close range, and puts that one in the back of the net to give us a 2-goal lead just 15 minutes in. And not something we're used to, having 2-goal leads with this Werder Bremen team, but we're more than happy to have it at this stage. And it was us, to be fair, we were playing really well in this game. Kovic gets the chance here, good shot from him, unfortunate get blocked by the defender. Starg with a bit of a speculative effort from range on that left foot of his, but once again easily held on by the goalkeeper. We kept coming. 27 minutes in now, and it's Jinmar who gets the header, and Jinmar, just 27 minutes into this game, gives us a 3-0 lead and grabs the hat-trick ball for himself, his 6th goal this season. He's been in quality form. We knew we had to replace Boniface's goals, and with Jinmar picking up a lot of goals, with Machino starting to pick up a little bit of form as well after his hat-trick in the last episode, hopefully those goals are being replaced, and the more consistency they can get, the more goals we will score. But unfortunately, Hoffenheim did manage to get one back before half time. Adam Hozlek with a goal, kept it low, kept it underneath Kohlhein in our goal, and does bring a goal back for Hoffenheim to keep the scores at 3-1. into half-time, and then just after the half-time break, just a couple of minutes after the break, Adam Hoslet, the goal scorer, gets the ball forward. Orban gets the shot, but Hein puts out a couple of stretched arms, manages to keep hold of the ball and keeps it out the back of the net. But just a couple of minutes after that, Hoffenheim once again come forward. Damar cuts inside, really good piece of play from him, really good shot, trying to bend it into that far corner, but Kohlheim once again stretches an arm out and pushes that one behind for a corner. Corner comes in, plays it short into Berger. Berger manages to beat Alvaro on that side, plays it back to Kramaric for corner taker. Kramaric doesn't really get any pressure or tackle from any of our players, gets a decent shot with his left foot. Kohlheim once again, as he always does do, pushes a strong arm out and pushes it behind for another corner. Berger this time swings it in. Adam Hoslet can't quite win the header. It gets recycled back to Hoffenheim, into Gendry, plays it back out to Berger, back out to Gendry, plays it into Damar down that left-hand side. Chavez picks up the ball in the middle, plays it back out to Damar on that left-hand side, looks to beat Mitchell Wieser. Wieser can't quite get hold of him, ball falls into Orban, but once again Kohlheim was there, good reaction save to keep that one out of danger and away from danger, to keep the scores at 3-1. And then just before the end, Adam Hoslet once again, no challenge on him, allowed to run into the box, good shot with his right foot across the goalkeeper and brings the scores into 3-2. So a bit nervous for us coming into this last 25 minutes or so. A couple of changes, Bangala coming on the left hand side for Kovic, who started the first game this season for us, and we also do bring on the youngster, had a bit of an impact towards the end of last season from a bench, Hansen Aaron, coming on for Machino to just try and see out this game. Schmidt gets a chance to get a goal for himself, but unfortunately a good save from the Hoffenheim goalkeeper, and then it's himself, Schmidt, who looks to whip this corner in, plays it in towards Rosenfelder, can't quite get it. Friedel picks up the ball, plays it out to Finkgraf, the left back, on his weaker right foot. Good shot from him, but once again a good save from the Hoffenheim goalkeeper to keep the scores at just 3-2. And then into the last 15 minutes now, Kramaric picks the ball up, plays it out to Adam Hoslet. Hoslet plays it low down. Damar looks guaranteed to score a goal there, but at Kohlheim once again, good reactions to keep that one out the back of the net. And then 5 minutes before the end, Hoffenheim were giving it absolutely everything. Another one which looked like it was destined for the back of the net, but fortunately dragged the shot a little bit wide, and it did go wide of the post. And then in the last minute, pressure on the ball, pressure on the goalkeeper. Schmidt picks up the ball on that right hand side, plays it into Hansen Aaron, but unfortunately his shot straight of the goalkeeper to stay out of danger, and we cannot increase our 3 goals 2-4. But luckily for us, the full-time whistle does go and the scores do stay at 3-2. So 2 losses in this episode, but the 1 win at the end. Jinmar getting his hat-trick. 27 minutes into this game, he already had his hat-trick. It's a shame himself and the rest of the team couldn't build on those early 3 goals to make it a little bit nervous towards the end, but we'll definitely take the win, and we'll definitely take those 3 points to help us climb the table and hopefully towards those European spots. And then after that, we did get confirmation that Kovic, who obviously was an attacking midfielder, we don't play with attacking midfielders anymore. He's not defensive minded enough to play in those 2 central midfield roles, so he's going to be converting to a right winger, which we do agree to. And then just to look at his shooting, because that is his weakest stat in terms of those attacking positions, we do put him on an inside forward plan, so hopefully we'll see some development from him. But hope you have, as always, enjoyed this episode. As always, please subscribe to the channel to follow this journey. We're getting some great support, so thank you to absolutely everyone who's watched this series. Hopefully you'll be able to carry on watching the rest of it, so please subscribe to follow the journey. Please comment down below any suggestions, either for this one or for anything else. Please like the video if you have made it this far. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on Friday. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care then. Bye bye.